Hey guys, it's me again, and I'm back with another quick response or a contest entry. This one is for NoiseSpektrum, and he's celebrating his 2 years in the VC. Congratulations, really cool channel. I'll put a link here in the description so you can go ahead and check it out in case you haven't. And for his 2-year in the VC anniversary contest, he asked us to basically answer either 2 or 4 of the questions in his video. And I went through my collection and I picked up a few CDs and records to talk about those 4 questions. The first question was show 2 obscure or underappreciated live albums. And I picked up a couple of CDs from my collection, and I'm not really sure if they are very obscure. I wouldn't know, but they are definitely very underappreciated. The first one is by Babes in Toyland. This one's called the Peel Sessions, obviously a live recording from the John Peel radio show in the BBC. And there's the back. And of course, Babes in Toyland from the early 90s, very popular Riot Girl movement kind of band. And yeah, terrific live album. They pull off some of the songs that I would have never known that they could have pulled it so well live, because some of their songs are they sound like they're very difficult to sing, and as well as the guitars seem really hard to play, and they do a great job in this live. I guess it's almost like an EP or a live album, not really sure. Great live album by Babes in Toyland. My second pick for the live records is a band that I'm actually going to be seeing hopefully tonight. There's 2 bands that I want to see tonight. Hopefully they play at different times. I don't really know. Waxahachie and the Queers are going to play tonight, and the album that I picked is by the Queers. And this one's called Suck This, and it's a live recording from the Jam Room. Not really sure where that is. I guess this is kind of like an obscure live recording by the Queers. They don't really have that many live albums. What's cool is that the jewel case has the artwork like this, kind of like a transparent cover. This is part of the jewel case, and there's the back. And it really shows what the Queers are playing live. They are fantastic. Very catchy tunes. Almost all their best songs are right here, and a ton of songs. There are like 20 or 30 songs here. You can see the track list right there. But yeah, that's my second pick for the first question. Anyways, for his second question, he asked us to show 2 of really good record labels, and I went with Dead Ocean's record label. They have a lot of cool bands in this label, and I really like the artwork in this and the labels that they use with the skull. And this one is an album by Bleached, which I'm really into right now. And my second pick was, of course, I had to pick this one, Reprise Records. It's not an indie label, of course. It's a very, very large record label. But I always liked this one. They have some great bands in here. And I picked this one right here. It's a Frank Sinatra record, because they changed the label a little bit to put Frank's picture in the label. I always liked the classic Reprise record labels. So yeah, that's my second pick for the second question. And his third question was to show 2 great albums, or 2 second albums by a couple of great bands. And for this one, I just decided to go with with some obvious answers, or some pretty obvious answers, I think. The first one is Nirvana with Nevermind. Absolutely a classic album, second album by Nirvana. Everybody knows this record, they're full of hits. Definitely was very influential in tons of bands that I listened to, so I had to pick this one. I probably need to get me a new replacement copy of this CD, because it's completely beat up. I've had this for so many years. And the second one, it was also an obvious choice for me. I went with the Ramones. A lot of people like to claim that their first record was their best one. I do think there's a great album, but I never was a big fan of the mix with the guitars in one side and the bass in the other one. I actually like this one a lot better. I like the second album by the Ramones, Leave Home, as one of their best albums. I think their second and the third album are the best, but this one is fantastic. Check it out, Ramones with Leave Home. It has some of classic Ramones tunes. like Gimme Shock Treatment, Carbonana Glue, Pinhead. It's just full of hits. Fantastic album by the Ramones, and a great mix as well. And finally, his last question was, I believe, the hardest one to answer for everybody that I've been seeing in their videos so far in the VC. He asked us to show a record that has the word 2 in the cover, and not the number 2, not the word TO, the actual word TWO in it. And I went through my collection kind of hoping to find something. Then I had an idea. First I didn't find anything, then I had an idea. Maybe there's a greatest hits collection that has, or the greatest hits volume 2 that I may have somewhere with the words 2 instead of the number 2. And in fact, I did find one in my collection. I don't think I've shown this one before, but this one's Linda Ronstadt with her greatest hits volume 2 record. I'm a big Linda fan, so I have a few of her records. And in fact, right here, and where it says volume 2, it says TWO. So that's my pick of the record cover or artwork for a record that has the word 2 as a TWO in the cover. And as far as I know in my collection, I don't think I have any more that have that kind of word in there. But I'm glad I found this one because I didn't want to spend too much time looking for one. But anyways, that's my response. Thanks for actually extending the deadline to today, because I kind of tend to leave this for the last minute all the time. But I hope this makes it on time. And in case you haven't checked out NoiseSpektrum's channel, again, I'll put a link here in the description so you can go ahead and check it out. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, and I hope everybody has a great weekend, and take care. Bye bye.